What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about LCX today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys. Let's get into it. Okay, let's talk about LCX token here. Looking at the daily time frame, actually starting off on the 1 hour time frame. Look at how crazy of a wick up this was, right? And then selling down, bearish engulfing candle for sure. 4 minutes 53 seconds left. It's a lot of volume, sure, but it doesn't mean that you have to go all the way back down. I do assume that you continue to go lower. You probably do find support somewhere around 22 cents. You're at 23.9 cents now, so a little bit lower, but finding a higher low nonetheless. You've been very well kept with this uptrend so far. So even in the face of like very extreme moves down, and with that extreme move down here, even with this semi extreme move down here, you did deviate from these like standard areas of support that you're looking for. But it's still overall, man, it's still higher lows overall. So yes, the area that we're at right now is like about this. So if we go lower and we deviate, that's probably actually to be expected. Maybe not 22 cents, maybe we go down around 21 cents, but it'll still be an overall higher low scheme that we're doing, right? Looking at the 1 hour time frame, you got overbought, rejected right down. Now you're at the 50. If you go below the 50, and I think that you will in the next 4 minutes, you're probably going to see a reading below the 50. We likely won't stop until we hit the oversold zone. A move like that could constitute for an overall retracement of this low to high. Let's just see. Let me look at this on a 4 hour. It's almost like a three peaks, but I don't think it is a three peaks pattern. Low to high here. I would think your minimum target is 22.7 cents. It's very common with the 382 to go just below that. So anything from 22.7 cents to about 20 cents itself is what I would expect for LCX. I don't think you go below this low, but even if you do, it's okay. Something in the golden ratio I think is to be expected, and then up and at them we go. If not, at the very least 22.7, but there's a solid chance you could bounce right there at about 21.3, 21.29, something at the green line. There are some coins that have been finding support at their 50s lately, and that right there for support, it looks right in this trend. So I could see that happening. 4 hour RSI, it's just immaculate. It looks phenomenal. It really does. And if you can hold above the 50, or at least just below it like this, if you can hold in this area and keep doing that, that's phenomenal. Something like that on the RSI to provide a read that's down here to find support like you did here, right? To find something like that, I think that you would have to hold this area. You could go all the way down to the green line, but you would want to bounce from it, right? You'd want to wick off of it and then close back around this area. As long as you're closing around 22.72, even just a little bit below that, even just a little bit above that, I think that would be good for immediate continuation, right? Closing around here on a 4 hour time frame. If you open a 4 hour time frame and then over the first 2 hours of it you're down here, but then the next 2 hours of it you come back up and you're closing right here, that's fine. That's still fine, right? That's probably great. But if we close a 4 hour here and there's no wick and then we start moving back up above this 236, that's how we know it's go time to move to the upside again. In fact, I would say any closing candle above 24.6 cents would likely suggest that this downtrend is over and that we're moving up, right? It's going to be a very short-lived downtrend, but the uptrend is just starting, right? We look at this here, it makes sense we found resistance here, doesn't it? Very key area to sell off. Resistance, support back here. Of course we found resistance here. From a high to a low, you went all the way to your golden ratio, tipping it for resistance, perfect. Very common to go from your golden ratio to your 0.5 or even to your 382 afterwards. The 0.5 are already below, so I think, assuming prices could go to 22.27, hey man, that looks good. I actually like that a lot. This is starting to look more like, I don't think that we go all the way down to this low. That's good. That's really good. If we do, it's okay if we do. But I think we do find support around that 22 cent area, guys. A little bit below 22.7, maybe just right there at 22.2. But something right here sounds about right. Something around this low. Maybe even just below that low to throw people off. But overall, it's a higher low. Just like how this one came in. It went below this low, but still it was a good thing. It was productive on the fibs. Cool. So LCX going down a little bit. Sorry to start it off on a negative note. Really, this thing deserves a more positive note because it is about to rip. I think this thing's going to do very well. It's one of the coins I'm most excited for in March. I think it's going to do phenomenal. From a high to low here, you went all the way up to your 100 level, pulled back to the 5382 area to find support, and now you're rejecting off the 786. Very kind of normal area to play off of with the 0.5, 382, the 786, 886. Very normal stuff to do here. Hopefully you don't go lower than this low. I don't think that you will. On a weekly aspect, no, hell no, I don't think you will. Weekly RSI looks great, yes. Hopefully you hold the 618. That's what I should say. 21.5 cents. Hopefully that holds, and I think that it will. 21.5 cents. It doesn't have to hold as like an overall price perspective, just from a weekly closing perspective or any daily closing perspective. We don't want to get below 21.5 cents, okay? When we do start to move up, and it's probably going to be this week that we do start to move up. I suspect by the end of this week we'll be above these targets here. When we do start to move up, we're going to go all the way up to 62 cents, and we're not stopping there. We're going to go all the way up to $1, and we might stop there, but I doubt we stop there. I think we're going all the way up to about $1.70 to $2, if not beyond, right? But 318 is about the maximum. I'll give it to you. Maybe 560 is the maximum that we could see. I'm not expecting that personally, because that would be like the 20x from here, but we could see something like that, right? From this current price, that would literally be a 22x. I don't think that's going to happen. I think by the end of this cycle, sure, it happens, and beyond that, I think beyond that it happens. But over the course of the coming weeks, by the end of March, what I'm expecting is something likely between probably about $1. I think $1 is a good minimum target to have, something right there, nice psychological level of resistance, right there at $1. $3, 354% growth, about a 4.5x. If we go above that, the next target area would be $1.70 to $2 itself, and that's anything from about a 6, almost a 7x, to about an 8.5x, so that's perfect as well. If we go higher than that, I mean, things just get crazy, and it's completely possible we could see this. I don't think that we see 560. I accept it as a possibility, but that is a 23x from here, and we're already off of our lows. We already moved up 43% last week, so I don't think that's going to happen overall. That'd be an immaculate move. That would be a showstopper right there, but I think something at the most that we could expect to see is about 320, if not most likely something between $1 and $2 is what's to come. You're at 24 cents now, with the prospects to go lower, with the presumed path laid before you to go a little bit lower. I don't think you go below 22 cents, but if you do, I think 21.5 cents holds. I don't know if I have anything else that I want to say, man. LCX token, I love this coin. It's one of the coins that I hold that I think is going to do pretty damn well this cycle. It's not my biggest bag, but it's one of my bigger bags for sure, but it's not the biggest bag. I don't know what else to say, so hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy. That candle there is rather gnarly. I ask that you don't let it make you too fearful. Hopefully, I'm not going to eat those words. Hopefully, we don't just rug pull and go all the way down, but I'd ask you to not be too fearful. There are some harsh kind of environments that are happening in here that don't merit anything. Even the growth, even the great growth, whenever we get that, it doesn't merit anything, right? Just like this, it didn't merit anything. So just treat it like it's a picture. It's there, you can look at it, but it's not going to harm you. Okay, it's not going to hurt you. I don't think pictures can hurt you unless we're in like Hogwarts or something like that. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.